Hey guys, I'm Greg, and today I'm talking about an indie game that recently went on a Steam sale, Depth. So Depth is a 2v4 cooperative game that's kind of like Evolve, but it's executed much better. The game challenges you to play a role of a diver or a shark. There are 4 divers to a team versus 2 sharks. The game has 2 types of game modes to play online. However, the mode that I played the most was Blood and Gold. In this mode, you're challenged to escort a machine dubbed Steve to multiple locations as it extracts loot, and the sharks have to kill you to win. Each side starts with a set number of lives. Once that number runs out, the game is over. The gameplay is a cross of Left 4 Dead and Evolve, but like I mentioned before, it's just designed much better. During the course of the match, as the divers, you'll collect loot from treasure you find, killing sharks and escorting Steve to his location. You use this loot to purchase upgrades for your diver, whether that be a weapon power-up, utility pieces like floating mines, medkits, and the like. The longer you play and the more kills you get, the more powerful you become because you have more money. You can use this loot that converts to a currency that allows you to purchase weapon upgrades and utility upgrades like mines, medkits, and the like. So the longer you play in the match, essentially the more powerful your diver becomes. On the shark side, you get the equivalent of evolution points. You get these by killing divers, destroying their gear, and damaging Steve. These augmentations can make you stronger, faster, more resilient to damage, and just like the divers, as you continue throughout the game, you get more powerful. Game rounds last anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes in length, again depending on the skill of your diving team and the shark team. Sounds like a pretty cool game, but right now I'm going to talk about the good and the bad.
It's high noon.
Again, you're going to talk about the bad stuff first because I like to end on a high note. The bad. The game is hard. The game is really hard. It has a really steep learning curve, and if you just have one shark on your team that doesn't know what he's doing, you're gonna lose. Same thing goes with the diver side. If you have 2 divers who just don't know what they're doing and are floating around, you're probably gonna get destroyed by the shark. Really steep learning curve, highly competitive, which means the game can be rather frustrating at times.
I kept missing. It's so frustrating trying to hit that.
God, it's so hard to aim this shit.
It's like the game's purposely aiming me away from where I want to hit it. Like I hit a torch and it moves me. No, just go straight.
Learning what all the weapons do, learning the layout of the map, and learning what each shark does, because there's multiple classes of shark, will take time to learn and master. When I streamed the game, everyone was yelling at me that I was taking the wrong augmentations. Like, you're like, no, you're taking the wrong talent for the Great White. You need to be taking this. Oh, you're taking the wrong talent for the Hammerhead. So stuff like that is trial by error. You have to learn how to do it correctly. 2 is graphics. So while the sharks and the overall environments look amazing, once you start to get closer, you start to see how textures look muddy. I mean, like some of the plants just kind of go straight through the floor. They're not blended in. Again, it's a minor thing, but I feel I should mention it in the review. 3, weapons and evolution chains are locked out of the game. You'll have to go through a bit of a grind to unlock core weapon and ability upgrades to get better. And it's kind of lame because a lot of stuff is locked when you start playing the game. Like key things that people will say, oh, you need to take a med kit or you need to take mines. That stuff will be locked. You'll have to do a little bit of a grind to unlock it on the diver side or on the shark side if you need certain abilities. And it will take time to do that. Bad matchmaking. The matchmaking for this game was all over the place. I was new to the game, so I get that I'm new, but there were just some people that I played with who were just auto lose instantaneously because they were just swimming around or not learning the controls. And you'll get people like that, especially when the game's on a Steam sale for $6. But it really is a team-based game, and if, people go AFK or leave, the game starts to unravel pretty quickly, and it's not really fun. The game doesn't have much of a snowball effect, I've noticed. I mean, you're either slowly winning, matching the opponent, or losing is basically the 3 things that I've noticed. But matchmaking is kind of really, it's hit or miss. So now let's talk about the good. It's the 4v1 or 4v2 formula at its greatest. I mean, the game does what Evolve tried to do, but is tremendously more successful. Depth consistently keeps you in the action constantly. As the shark, you'll always be aggressive, either hunting divers, destroying equipment, or getting food to heal. There really isn't any downtime to speak of. As the diver, you'll be setting perimeters, finding treasure, helping repair Steve, keeping an eye out for the sharks, and protecting your teammates. It really does keep you invested the whole length of the match without all that tedious, I don't know, like build up. I keep using Evolve as an example because that game is pretty tedious. The shark models look amazing. I can tell you, playing as a diver at night with headphones on in a dark room, you really do get this sense of dread when you don't know where the shark is, because you have this little heartbeat mechanic that tells you how close the shark is, and that's all you have unless you have gear that reveals it. And it's pretty terrifying hearing that heartbeat sound and then seeing that silhouette of the shark like right behind you or off in the distance, because they can attack and they're fast. So the atmosphere of the game is absolutely phenomenal, as well as the shark model. Fast matchmaking. The queue times average about 1 to 2 minutes in quick match, and so I was able to jump into games right away without having to really wait a long time to get into one. And the sharks, if you want to queue as the sharks, it's a little bit longer. I'd say it's like 2 to 4 minutes on average for a shark. Fast matchmaking allows me to get into a game right away and have fun, which is a great plus for the game. The game kind of feels like a MOBA in a way. So as the divers, you can actually feed the sharks, like pun intended there. You can feed the sharks, and if you do that, they will get a lot stronger, a lot faster early in game. Same thing with the sharks. If they just let the divers do whatever they want, they're gonna have a lot more loot and currency to buy weapons earlier on in the match, making it harder for the sharks to actually kill them and survive. So it's a really interesting thing because the game does escalate a lot like a MOBA. As the match progresses, both sides are getting substantially stronger and unlocking new abilities, making the match just kind of steep up, which is really, really cool and really interesting, especially for a 4v2 game. So now, should you buy it, play it?
Damn, 21-1, holy shit, I did really well.
Depth does everything Evolve does, but better. Playing as the shark is super fun, and you actually have a sense of trying to survive underwater against this creature. Playing as a shark is absolutely spectacular because you get this feeling of power underwater, that you are a predator actually killing these divers that are in your territory trying to like loot these ruins and stuff. It's a really, really good experience. As the diver, you actually have this sense of dread and survival throughout the entire length of the match, knowing that these sharks can come into any of these buildings at multiple entry points at any time, and knowing where they are at any given time is crucial to your survival. I'd say the game is definitely worth a buy, especially since I got it on sale for $6 during a Steam sale. But honestly, I would have paid $20 for it because I actually didn't even know this game existed until I saw it on Steam sale. That's why I'm inclined to be sharing this review with you guys now, because I think the game is really fun and everyone should be enjoying it. Have you guys tried it, played it? Let us know what you thought in the comments below. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.